Schaefer. Thank you for agreeing to see me and interview, allow me to interview. Um, so we collected data for a week, and I appreciate you taking the time to write down the data information from the behaviors that were happening. And can you can we just talk about the data for a little bit? And can you tell me how it went? How did you?
Yeah, it was interesting. What I found was it's Mondays is the worst day. It occurred twice, and I think that might be just related to not wanting to come back to school. I'm not sure what his routine is at home, but getting back and accepting the fact that he's back in school.
Okay.
And that occurred more, being twice, than the other days. And I noticed more stability on the other days.
Okay, so we're seeing in the data that on Monday he eloped 2 times, and then the rest of the week he only did it once, and that we think that is because maybe due of the weekend.
Yes.
And can you tell me more about what happened on Monday when he eloped?
He didn't want to transition from the water station.
Okay, so on Monday he.
Yeah, and the para had to intervene. I was working with another group of students, and when it was time to transition, it was a non-preferred task, and he didn't want to transition to math.
Okay, so right before he eloped, that's what was happening, that you.
Yeah, he was doing his preferred activity of the water,
Okay.
which he perseverates.
Okay, and so the para used to try to block him and prevent him from leaving the room.
Yes.
Okay. And
She's more. She's closer to the door than I am.
she was closer to the
Yeah,
door?
she followed
Okay.
her. Yeah. So.
Do you think this Monday, when the incident happened for that he eloped 2 times, was it a typical Monday, or was there something different about that Monday?
No, it was typical. It was doing the routine. I had a schedule, and it was just time to transition to a non-preferred activity.
Okay.
And then the other time was during another non-preferred activity too.
Okay. Do you know any reason why the behavior of the rest of the elopement, the rest of the week, decreased compared to
I think
Monday?
it might sound humorous, but I think he's accepted, the fact that he's back in school Tuesday through Friday, getting the concept of time. And it's a more structured, not as a shock being back in school on Tuesday.
So he
And it's
was
more of a
cheerful.
routine, yes.
So he was more cheerful
Yeah.
and more acceptable.
Yeah, I always have a pit in my stomach on Mondays. So,
So probably just for him as well,
Yeah.
it was a rough, he had a rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the data, I see that, just recapping, that he eloped 2 times on Monday, and then the rest of the week, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, he only eloped 1 time.
once.
We kind of think it's due to being the weekend, coming back on Monday, it was rough on him. You also mentioned that he was changing out of the stations that he preferred into another station that he doesn't prefer too much,
That's right.
and
yes.
that caused him to elope,
Mhm.
and that we want to eliminate this behavior because we would like him to use appropriate ways of
Yes.
escaping
Mhm.
the behavior.
Yes.
Did you think?
If he, I agree. If he, says, no, that's fine, an alternative.
Do you think
to-
if he expressed that he doesn't want to do the transition, or that he doesn't want to do activity, that would be more acceptable?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and you think if we do that, he won't elope?
Yeah.
He probably
most
would
likely not.
just
no.
remain on the classroom at least. Okay,
I should be covering my face. I'm covering my face.
all right. So interpreting the data here, it says that if we definitely probably is due to the communication issue, just because you don't think he can.
No, very limited communication skills.
Okay,
1, 2 word, and that's inconsistent.
so we could definitely work on his communication.
Yes,
And
yes.
it can improve. Okay, and so if we are able to teach him some communication skills, what other things do you think that can prevent the behavior of elopement?
Just a choice.
Give him choice?
I think, yeah, choice of, other activities, the A, the B, the C, you know.
Okay,
If
so
he doesn't
you
want
can
A,
choose in
do B,
between-
C, so.
Okay, so instead of giving him a structure, stations that you're going to the math station, we can give him the choice to choose a different station.
Yeah, as long as, he can't be at the water all day long,
He
so,
has to-
yeah.
because he has to, move to another
Yeah,
station,
so,
just like the
yeah,
other
I wouldn't
students.
wanna send my son to school and have him play with water all day.
Yeah,
so.
okay, of course. Okay, so, here is, based on what I'm hearing from you and what the data, here's the plan that I'm thinking it will probably work best for Johnny. I think if we start implementing priming, where both the teacher and the paras are, reminding him about 5 minutes prior
5 minutes?
to changing the station, if we can remind him, hey, Johnny, we are going to go to the next station in 5 minutes, it will allow him to kind of process for him and to just kind of be aware that it's coming up.
Okay,
And it's not so much of a shocker for him that, hey, you gotta get up and go at this
Mhm.
time. And then once he comes to the time and he does actually express himself, because we're gonna be working on his communication skills, hopefully he's gonna start saying that, no, I don't want to go to the math station. If he says, no, I don't want to go, or he says, no, I'd rather go to the reading station, for example, we can actually reinforce that behavior.
mhm,
So that will be reinforcing, so we can actually praise him, say, good job, Johnny, for using your words, good job for saying no, or say, good job for choosing a different station instead of getting up and go.
yes,
So that would be a good way of us being able to prevent him from just getting up and go, like what I was saying. And acceptable ways of him expressing himself, it could also be for him to ask for a break as well. So if we can remind him that he's allowed to ask for a break,
yeah,
that would be a good intervention as well. So if maybe you or the para can just remind him throughout the day that he could very well ask for a break.
Yeah.
That could probably help him instead of him just taking the break as he pleases
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Mhm.
way of the class and be disruptive. And how does that plan sound for you? Do you think is
definitely good.
you
Yes,
think
yes,
it's good?
yes.
All right, so I would like to ask you if it will be okay for you to continue to take the data,
Oh, yeah, that's no
just
problem.
like we did on using the ABC chart
Oh, yeah,
collection. If we can continue to do it every day, if you can track each behavior or how many times it happens, so we can start seeing a trend.
Okay,
If in fact can be related back, so the antecedents and the consequential, for example, on Mondays, maybe it's related to still the weekend. So let's see how he does next Monday, and hopefully we can start implementing
yeah,
something
yeah, I could do that, no problem.
that can definitely help Johnny. All right, so looking the schedule, I thought that maybe we can meet next Thursday, December the 17th. How does that sound?
Yep. I'll be here, nowhere to
Okay,
go.
All right, and what about 2 around the same time that we're meeting
Yeah,
today? Is that be okay?
yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, so we'll meet next Thursday, December the 17th at 2 p.m., Mr. Shaper.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, it's no problem.
It's awesome that you're doing this for Johnny. He really is going to receive the help that he really needs to be able to gain the knowledge that he needs to and be engaged in the classroom in an appropriate way and not
We
be
both
so
need-
disruptive.
We both need it.
I can imagine it's definitely been tough for you guys to
Yeah.
have to follow him through the school and try to chase him whenever
Yes,
he's
yes.
chasing
A lot of manpower.
her. But thank you so much, Mr. Shaper.
Sure, no problem. No problem, I'm out of the.